And don't forget to subscribe so you can follow me on my journey on getting better of my PRP injections and my thoughts about life and how I cope with this pain. I would really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. Well, hello everyone. Just another day of walking and talking, where I give my thoughts on things, what I've been thinking of, and and also my updates on my PRP treatment. And today is the fourth week of my treatment, and just no major changes. I would say still same pain, same everything. Today was a little more painful than usual. Could have been also because I was stretching my neck a little bit, with my exercises and things like that. But yeah, it's just same pain. Yeah, so I just started walking literally right now. So we'll see if it gets better or gets worse. Sometimes I can't tell. But yeah, that's 4 weeks. I've been, you know, kind of logging and seeing how I'm doing, and overall for this first month, percentage wise, like at my worst I was like at 8, like 8 or 9 when I was at most pain. Right now the most has probably been like a 7 or an 8 in terms of the most pain, and it goes back down, but I still have the same pain, and I feel like I'm getting you know additional symptoms on my right side and my sinuses. But I don't know what, if it's working or not, or if it's because of what I'm doing with my neck exercises. But I don't know what to say. I don't know if my neck's getting worse either. So I have to see, in 2 days when I do my X-rays. And just taking it day by day, and seeing how I'm feeling each day. I wish I would have felt better by the end of this week at least, but no, not really. Um, I don't know what to say. But that's no major updates. It's 1 month, and that's like my update for my PRP. In terms of everything else today, I didn't do much. That was yesterday. I think I canceled my injections for Friday. Like I said, I have one more month and some days, and not even actually. I think I scheduled my other injections the 3rd of March, so it's less than a month from now. But I don't know. I am a little, not little. I'm just I'm worried that it's not gonna work, to be honest. But maybe if it fixes some of my issues, my overall neck, and I guess some trigger point injections or something on my left side, and maybe that does it. Maybe that stabilizes my neck, and take it from there. But right now I'm still in pain. 2 years of this, and it's rough. It's rough, but like I said, just taking it day by day, and being optimistic. I'm feeling a little bit better today in terms of my morale. I didn't really go outside, so that's not good. I need to go outside during the day more often, otherwise it does affect my mentality as well. So I'll do that tomorrow. Um, I'm glad I've been doing these videos because like I say, it kind of gives me something to do, and it's like, oh, I can't miss my walks, can't miss my walks. So I'll have to upload for tomorrow. Have to upload for tomorrow. So that's good. At least I'm glad I'm doing something. Like I said, I don't really get a lot of views. Not really. A couple. You know. But who knows? Maybe eventually, some people that are suffering through what I'm suffering see what I'm doing, and yeah, maybe they'll get motivated. I I always thought to myself that even if I changed, made at least one person's day better, or helped them out, or change their perspective on something in terms of their classes they were taking, their math they were doing, then I think that would have made the whole interaction worth it. Because I know that math can. I mean, for me, math it could be very interesting, right? But not for everybody. And a lot of them are just taking it because they have to. But like I said, if one student there, appreciates for what math for what it is, and takes it seriously, and they learn something, then yeah, that's kind of what made me enjoy tutoring or like teaching mathematics. But same thing with this, like I said, I'm not getting a lot of views or whatever, but if one person eventually sees it and you know get something out of it, then I think that'll be fine with me. Like I'm getting something out of these every time I do one, so at least that's something productive, I think. But yeah, just well, it's pretty early right now, so there's a lot of cars in the road. Not really early, it's like 9, but early for my walks, right? Usually when I do these, it's way more lonely, but yeah, and now there's a lot more people and driving because walking right now, it's not in. It's pretty windy, and it's not that cold, but it's definitely windy, so there's no walking climate. I forgot to weigh myself. I was supposed to do that earlier in this morning, but I forgot. So hopefully I'll do that tomorrow to see if I'm actually losing weight. But yeah, because yeah, we've been killing it with our steps every day. Except for today, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do my goal or not, but we're like 3,000 steps in. But yeah, it was definitely a cool middle school. Oh man, what I remember too is, oh man, even I'm getting hungry now. They used to have these bake sales every Thursday, I think, once a week, if I remember correctly. Or they changed it. It was either Thursday or Wednesday. But so I think like families would like donate whatever food, pizza, cookies, and stuff like that for the bake sale. And then yeah, so we would buy it, and I don't know where the proceeds went to, but man, that's what always like. I always buy stuff there. I used to get my pizza. I used to get my cupcake. I used to get. Yeah, it was cool. I remember. And then I think like towards the end, sometimes they would like give out the pizza and stuff like that. But sometimes I couldn't stay till the end because I rode the bus, so the bus would leave pretty fast. So I couldn't just like linger around too long. I would have to do stuff and go on the bus. I remember one time where I was kind of scared. I remember I was like, I was, I was doing something or I stayed over. I don't know what the hell happened. But for some reason, I stayed longer than usual and I missed the bus or something. So to call my parents, like, hey, can you pick me up? And then I was just waiting there and I was just scared that they wouldn't pick me up, because I never had that experience. I would always leave in the bus. But no, they came in. But I was just scared because I was there by myself, just waiting. Yeah, it was a little spooky. I remember that. But I also remember that every single time. Sometimes I would take the bus, right? Like 50 or like 70% of the time. But then my dad would take us to a school, and we would pass. We had some time. He would always take us to 7-Eleven, drink a little bit of coffee, and then they will take us to school. I remember that. That's cool. I like that. It's good times. And also in high school, he will take us. Yeah, I remember that too. And then now my dad, I'm very thankful for him in my life. He did a lot for us, even though, we all have our flaws in our life. But he definitely, he would drive us everywhere when it came to, important matters, right? Like school. And, to be honest, he would drive us to school from elementary school to college. Because sometimes we would stay late in college, and I wouldn't, I didn't have a car then yet. And, yeah, he would just pick us up after work, right, at night. And he will, also my friend, he'll come with us sometimes too. He'll stay and yeah, you guys give me a ride? Yeah, because he lives here by the hood, right? And, he used to. And, yeah, it's I remember that. And, for me, I keep thinking, man, it's I'll forever be grateful for that, for everything my dad has done for me and my brother. And that's part of, the other thing too. It's I want to get better, to give him, to pay him back for everything he has done for me and my brother, And yeah, just little fun memories of, my dad just giving us rides and sleeping in the car. And man, the car he used to drive was, I don't know what year was it, but I know it was a 97, 98 Toyota Tercel. Yeah, that car lasted forever. Let's see, I could probably count how many years it lasted. It lasted a long time. I know it lasted more than 10, 15, because I know, trying to remember I think he had it since at least when I was in 6th grade, all the way till I graduated. I think until I graduated undergrad, I think he still had it. Yeah, so I don't know, do the math. 6, 4, 2, 10 years, more than that. He probably had it longer than that too. I don't remember when my dad got crashed. They hit him. That's the only reason he did this. He got rid of it, because they crashed into him and he got totaled. But the car was still drivable. It was still move, but at that point you have to kind of junk it. Yeah, it was nice just reminiscing about different things about my childhood here. There's a lot of stuff, like I said, there. It was probably when I was in, it was third grade. I used to get perfect scores or something in math. They used to give me dollars. So every time you got a perfect score, the teacher will give you a real dollar. So I was just racking those dollars up because I kept getting 20s, 20 out of 20, 20 out of 20. I was just killing it. But yeah, it was cool. Little memories like that. But yeah, one thing that I wish the school had back then, they didn't take recess seriously. Not recess, but physical education. Back then, I was tubby. I was definitely on the heavier side. And I think a lot of it was, we did have some days that we would go, outside, but a lot of the times, to be honest, yeah, just physical education just wasn't a big thing back then. It wasn't there wasn't a set time. It would just be completely random, or yeah, just not good, not good at all. But yeah, a lot of the years when I was in elementary school, I'll say throughout elementary school and throughout middle school, and maybe my first year of, yeah, I'll say probably my first year of freshman year. In high school, I was overweight. I was chunky, just because I like to eat, I'm not picky with food. But I wasn't completely obese, but I was overweight. I'll say I was overweight. Maybe I'll show some, some pictures of me when I was younger. I like, my little belly, but now I'm probably like the same now, But yeah. But then I started playing soccer, literally like the summer of my freshman year, and I played soccer almost every day. I remember we played a lot, and like throughout the day and everything, Here in this park, and that's when I lost a lot of weight. I remember. I think that's a year, first of all, when I lost a lot of weight, and also when I cut my hair, because I used to have a bowl cut, and my bowl cut, I think I had it till freshman year. Yeah, and then in freshman year, I'm like, nah, I can't have this anymore, because people are gonna be roasting me. I was getting older, so I can't. So yeah, I got like a buzz cut, and I had that buzz cut for like till maybe like 5 years ago. Since I was maybe like 27. Yeah, I don't know, like 27. I had a buzz cut, so that buzz cut lasted maybe like 11, 12 years. But yeah, it's like, yeah. So I was pretty like overweight, and like I said, I wish they been more serious about physical education. That's one thing that I was lacking in for sure. Even though, like I said, back then I was lazy. Not lazy, but I didn't really care much for sports and stuff like that. I was all about the video games, the card games, and the math. Yeah, education. Yeah, I was pretty like, how would I say it? I wanted to get good grades. That was my thing too. Like I wanted to get good grades. I liked, you know, computer games and stuff like that. I liked not computer games, but like consoles and stuff like that. And yeah, just card games. Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, that was my thing. That was my jam. But yeah, good times, good times. But yeah, now I see like the new generation, and yeah, hopefully like I said, they do well. And I feel like even when I was younger, the the older people get like worried about the new generation stats, like they're not learning stuff like that. Yeah, it's worrisome, like I said, but hopefully be optimistic, and they carry the torch. They carry the torch, even though I'm relatively young, 32, I say. I don't know with my issues, but they're gonna be the ones that carry the torch, going forward. And I feel like I didn't really take that seriously until now, until like I had these issues, and I'm like, oh yeah, like we get older, we get problems, and yeah, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, this is gonna be it for the walk today, guys. I talked a lot, and yeah, just reminiscing a lot about my life and my condition. We finished at least 8,000 steps. Yeah, 9,000. So thank you guys for joining me tonight, and take it easy. Have a good night.